This is the 1917 Frontier Bowie by Cold Steel, and it's the largest knife I own. I say knife, but really it's more like a sword. It's huge. The Bowie knife has a significant piece of American history, dating back to the early 1800s, where it was made famous during the sandbar fight in the Mississippi River. Now, no one exactly knows what Jim Bowie's knife looked like, but many iterations have been made. This one probably didn't look exactly like his knife, but nevertheless, it is a Bowie knife. Since then, the Bowie knife has always been considered a fighting knife. So I could sit around here and do a bunch of bushcraft stuff with it. And though it is completely capable of doing all that stuff, it's not really what it was made to do. The Frontier Bowie has over a 12-inch blade. That's right, over a foot long. And it's really thick too. It's actually a 1/4 inch thick. Think about knives like the BK2 and the SE5. Those knives are also a 1/4 inch thick. They're known as super thick, strong knives. And this one is a lot bigger, and it's the same thickness. So you can imagine that it's going to be pretty heavy. And it is. There is a fuller running the length of the blade. It's there to minimize the weight, which it does quite a bit, although it's still heavy at 1.5 pounds, and it does feel heavy in the hands, though it doesn't feel unwieldy or anything. It does feel pretty decent, and that is going to give you good chopping power. The steel used is 1085 steel, which is a very tough steel. I've heard it's actually tougher than 1095. It just doesn't hold an edge quite as well. I've seen that 1085 has also been used in a lot of swords, so it is quite fitting for this knife. 1085 does rust on you. It is a carbon steel. It'll rust on you if you're not careful. So you'll notice a nice blued finishing on the blade. You also have a really cool looking S-guard to protect your hand, as well as a beautiful rosewood handle. The knife is full tang. It goes down the whole length of the blade. The wood handle goes around that in the back. You can see the tang from the front. The handle is just screwed on, so if it does loosen up, you can just tighten it. And yes, this knife was sharp out of the box. With a little bit of stropping, it came out a little bit sharper. and where it's made. Most cold steel items are going to be made in Taiwan nowadays, with manufacturing being done in some other countries. Quite interesting, I found this specific knife is actually made in India, so it's a little bit different than usual. It's a little bit big, especially on the belt. It's just a little big. I can't really see myself bringing this with me, using it as a survival knife, but you know, you totally could. It's just a little bit heavy, and it's really big on your hip. I can maybe see myself on horseback riding into battle with it. That's more what it seems like and what it looks like, actually. This is one of those knives that I've been looking at for a long time, and I always thought it would be really cool to get that. I just don't think I really need it. This knife usually goes around $100, and I actually saw it on sale for $64, and I thought that was just a really good price on sale. $60 is really not a bad price for this thing at all. It's a really cool piece for that. So that's going to be all for the Frontier Bowie today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave a link to the knife in the description down below. But anyways, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you next time.